Hello and welcome to Firearm Freedom. This is going to be another First Impressions video. In today's First Impressions video, we are taking a look at my new Cyelee Ghost red dot sight. And before we get this video started, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to this video's sponsor, which is going to be Phoenix flashlights. I love their LR60. It is a ginormous 21,000 lumen search and rescue light that I have used now around the house for months. I absolutely love that thing. It's coming in at about 400 bucks, so it is a little bit higher price, but they even have a bunch more affordable lights on their website. They didn't pay for this ad space, but I am an affiliate with them, so check out that link down below. Anything you purchase, big or small, gives me a percentage kickback, and I seriously appreciate your support. Okay, so I am starting to kind of fall for these guys a little bit, and this is my second Cyelee dot that I've taken a look at. I hope that's how you pronounce this name. I don't really know. Cyelee is how I view it to be said, but you know, who knows. This is their Ghost dot, and this is, of course, another RMR footprint red dot that they offer. And as you guys can see, this is a very unique looking red dot. It has a very interesting hood around the glass, as you guys can see there, and it looks very different. When I first saw this, I'm like, man, I gotta take a look at it. Even though this is an RMR footprint, as you guys can see here, it comes out quite wide on the side. So although normally all you're gonna see marketing-wise from this dot is on handguns like a Glock 19 or a Glock 17 or something of that sort, I view this as actually a cooler pistol caliber carbine optic. In my opinion, this has a very traditional kind of Seymour optic kind of profile to it. If you guys aren't familiar with the Seymour optics, they're very, very cool, and this is, of course, far more robust than the Seymours. One of their common downfalls is those optics just really had no protection. It had a ton of field of view, but there was nothing stopping anything from snapping that small piece that was holding in your glass. In this case, you have a really nice protective hood in the middle and the rear of the optic and the front of the optic. So this thing is very well protected, but I think on an MP5 variation like this PTR and in kind of a more retro setup, this is a very, very, very cool dot. So that is just something to note. I think on handguns it looks a little silly, but in this case I have a low RMR pick rail mount, and that has been working out really good for my PTR, which has a welded pick rail on top that keeps the whole setup very low profile, which I do appreciate. This one has 50,000 hours of battery life, and it's going to have a 3-dot style reticle. So you have a circle dot, you have just a donut of death, and then you have a 2 MOA dot. Now I have been using the circle dot the most. Of course, this thing is sporting what I would consider now the industry standard 50,000 hours of battery life. And also, like the other Cyelee dots, they are claiming that this is fully submersible or water resistant to a certain extent. So that is just another point to note. I have been continuously impressed with the glass quality of these dots. Now this one is coming in around like 270, so I think it's very competitive with the Holosun dots that are out there in the market. This thing does a very, very good job being in that price point. Now, I have less issues with this kind of sun bursting out. Some Holosuns that are out there, some different dots, I have issues where it just kind of bursts out a little bit, astigmatism or whatever else may be affecting me. And in this case, I haven't had that issue with any of the Cyelee dots that I've taken a look at. Now, of course, full disclosure, they did send me this dot for free to take a look at. However, they didn't ask me to say anything positive or anything like that. There was no exchange of money either. So just a completely unbiased review is what they requested. Now, they have a ton of videos out there online of people just beating the crap out of these, and that was not my objective. That's kind of not what I do on this channel. Yes, it's a great way to get some views, but I think at this point, the videos are already out there showing these things as crazy durable. They are taking quite the abuse, quite the beating, and in this case, I just wanted to see how it would perform for standard use. And in a PCC configuration, this thing did very, very well at the range. And this was another surprising one. I mounted it on the PTR here, and it was actually right on the money without doing any adjustments, which that's happened to me like 3 times lately. So I don't know, maybe I need to get a lottery ticket or something like that, but it just works out really well. Now, like any other low-mounted red dot on an MP5 variation, your dot, which I wish I could show you guys, is going to be right in the middle of your sight hood. So that's just something to be aware of. That happens all of the time with MP5 variations. It's one of those things where it just kind of is what it is, and you know, you just got to get over it. If you use the red dot in kind of seeing through the front sight itself and just kind of focusing on the target a little bit more, it gets easier and easier. But overall, that is going to wrap this video up. Super quick first impressions on the Cyelee Ghost. I'm going to run this on a few other guns, even though I think it really looks good on the MP5, and I will let you guys know how it continues to perform in a future video. Of course, let me know what you think of this dot down below in the comment section, and I absolutely will get back to you. While you're down there, head up to the description, check out the links to support the channel, and as always, stay tuned for more great videos coming soon.